Hello there, it's Carrie Rhodes here. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's card making video, I will be playing with the Spellbinder Club kits for June 2022. There are 4 different kits I'm sharing today, but there are even more at Spellbinders. I'll have them linked for you below. This is the large die of the month called Paisley Dreams. It has so many cool dies, and the focal one is quite detailed. So I want to show you these square plates. So what's cool about the square plates is that you can rotate it 4 times, and rotating it so that a different part of the die hits the rollers first actually helps intricate dies die cut more easily. And because it's square, you can pick up the whole entire plate and not risk moving your die around. Like, you can't do that with an 8.5 by 11 plate or a 8.5 by 5.5 plate. So these are pretty cool, I think. So I wanted to share it with you. I did it all 4 times because I had to show you, and it worked really well. So you can see all the pieces just fall out really easily. And if you have tiny little ones, you can use a tool like this from Spellbinders and brush them out or poke them out. Wonderful. Okay, let's look at the rest of the dies. So there's these 2 outline paisley pieces. They look like this, so that the middle does not cut out. This one layers over the piece, the largest die, and then there are 3 other paisley dies that you can die cut out and layer on top of those 2 that I just showed you, or there's also a die. There is a die to cut them out. So let me just show you. So these 3 are going to cut into the paper kind of like a window, like that. Then with that plain die, you can actually cut them out. So you could make some really cool backgrounds just with those paisleys, or you could die cut them out of those solid ones, or you can die cut them with the die that cuts out the edge and layer them. So lots of choices there. All right, this piece right here is another layering piece. So the largest focal point piece, you can do a lot of layering and paper piecing to get a lot of colors, which I'm totally gonna do. So I'm die cutting all of these out in the colors I'm gonna use. There are 2 different stems here. They're just different on each side of that paisley, and they match perfectly, which I love. Now there's a bunch of little flower pieces. I'm going to die cut all of these at once from white and show you what they look like, but they're flowers to go on those stems or layer on your paisleys. It's pretty cool. Now there's these weird little bumpy things. They go on the top of some flowers that are on this paisley piece, this, or the large focal piece. And it's pretty cool that they think of all the tiny little extras at Spellbinders. They really do. So a lot of cool dies in this set that you can customize by just changing up how you die cut it. There's even a die cut hello, which I love, that it comes with a sentiment. That's really nice. And then there's this accent piece here, so you can kind of line the, if you do 2 of the focal pieces, you can line them up and then put a banner in the middle. It's cool. It's really awesome. So let's play with that. And the Happy Moments clear stamp set of the month, I am using to stamp on a bunch of these paisley shapes that are solid in the middle. The clear stamp of the month, I love that it coordinates with the large die that I can stamp on there. So I stamped a whole bunch. I did 10, and I'm going to use them to create a background on my gatefold card. This is 5 3/4 by 11.5 inches. I scored it at 2.5 inches on one side, rotated it, scored it on the other side at 2 7/8 of an inch. So I could have this gatefold, and I will have enough like room around this that I can mount it onto a 6x6 solid panel. I'll show you that at the end. Then it's going to have a base on it. So I glued these all over. I actually ended up needing 2 more, so I needed a total of 12 paisleys, and I'm just gluing them down and then snipping off anything that hangs off the edge, and I just cut down the middle. And I can use some of the little extras to fill in some gaps, and I love that. So there is my gatefold. It's going to be a 6x6 card. I thought that was just really fun for this set. So now I'm going to paper piece all the different colored die cuts onto this focal image, and I'm actually going to create 2 that are identical. So now I am gluing on that Paisley layer piece, so it's got the peach showing through, but I could have die cut it right from that light peach color, and then the kind of seafoam color would show through. It's so many choices. All right, the flower, there is even a center for this flower, a larger circle and a smaller circle die. So they really think of everything. And also their die cuts will have a lot of times a little like cut down the center of the leaf. It doesn't cut it away, but it puts a cut in it that makes a line that's like an extra detail. Oh my gosh. And they also have so many like tiny little circles that just add that extra interest, and it makes their die cuts really special. So there's a close-up look of how I'm going to use mine. I decided not to use the orange piece that I had cut out for the bottom. I wanted to leave some of that light seafoam kind of green color. So I'm going to glue this onto some vellum and fussy cut around this to give it a little bit of a base so it'll stick down to my card better. Now, when I was cutting this, I went off screen, so sorry you didn't get to see all of it, but the vellum is pretty forgiving. If you don't cut it like super nice, it's okay, because once it's glued down, you can't really see it. So here's my duplicate, and I'm just gluing those right on the edge of my gatefold. Now for this little piece that is like the piece that meets in the middle, I'm only gluing that to one side, and I'm going to center it up. For my hello, I decided to go with white so it would pop. I die cut it from some really thick cardstock, and I'm layering it up. So I have 3 layers. It's nice and sturdy, and it's going to have some dimension. And then I can stick that down right to that rectangular piece. And then it gets glued on to a white 6x6 piece, and you can see it's got that white edge all the way around. I chose a sentiment from the clear stamp of the month, and it says, "I hope this card finds you doing well." I had a few extra die cuts. I decided to embellish this little flap on the inside of my card as well. So there is my 6x6 gatefold card featuring the large die of the month and the clear stamp of the month. So cool. Now I'm going to show you 2 other products that are kits of the month. This is the Embossing Kit of the month, and it has Botanical Diamonds is the name. And I'm going to do a 5x7 gatefold card and emboss 2 panels to go on it. So the 5x7 piece is 7 inches by 10 inches. I scored each side at 2.5. And so these panels are 2 1/4 by 6 3/4. Oh, math is hard, y'all. All right, this is the Paisley Glimmer plate and die set. So it comes with also rainbow foil. I showed in my picture silver. I think I got mixed up. It actually comes with rainbow foil this month. Did you know when you get the Glimmer kit of the month, you actually get foil with it, which is so very cool. But I wanted to use Aura foil for my card because it matches what I'm doing better than like rainbow would or silver. So I pulled out, this is my favorite foil. It really is. I use it all the time. So I just put my foil face up on my cardstock and my plate face down. Then I'm going to put the whole thing face down onto my preheated Glimmer hot foil system, put the plates on, press the timer. Then I can remove that entire dock, run it through my die machine, and I have some Glimmer hot foiled Paisleys on this strip, which is 1 3/4 by 11. This is going to create a belly band for my card and hold that gatefold shut. So now I'm just lining this up, and I'm going to run it through the Glimmer system one more time. So this is going to have Paisley all the way around. So when you look at the back of my card, you'll still see the Paisley there. So you can see here, I let the timer go, I pulled the entire dock off, and I am running the whole thing through my die machine. So it's the combination of the heat and the pressure that's going to transfer that foil onto your paper, and it's so magical. It's really magical. I love it. I think that hot foiling is just gorgeous. It presses the foil down into the paper. So it really is a lot different look than, let's say, embossing with gold powder. So there's the start of my belly band, but while my hot foil machine is out, I'm going to do one of the sentiments from this month's Glimmer kit, and it says, Forever Friend. So that goes face down on the system, plates on, timer on, run it through the die machine, and there you have it. And there is coordinating dies to die cut out all 3 of the sentiments in this set, and it looks like a little bubble cut all the way around. So cute. I have these circles from Spellbinders. They're the Pico Circles. They cut out a really cute decorative edge. So that's why I run it through forward and back, because there's some little pieces. You know, I could have used the square one, but if you just want to run it 2 times, that does still help. All right, so I mounted my banner, my panel here to a second piece of lightweight cardstock, so it would have a little border. If you ever want to dress things up, adding a layer or a border is so helpful. So I'm trying to fold this around my card, but the key to doing a belly band is to not fold it too tight. If it's too tight, you're going to have trouble getting it off or back on once you get it off. So yeah, just be careful, and don't like right here I'm trying to crease those edges. Don't crease them too tightly. So to stick this together, I'm going to put a piece of double stick tape on the top of one end and the bottom of the other end, and then we'll close those down on each other and they'll stick together, and that creates the piece that can slide on and off your card and keep it closed. It's a belly band. Yeah. All right, so now I'm going to add that circle to the center of the belly band, and that is where my sentiment is going to go. So I have the hello from the large die of the month I'm going to stick down, and that'll be, you know, my main sentiment, and then it will say Forever Friend underneath that. I thought that was really cute, and I just love these colors together. It does have that kind of not the retro feel. What is like that background of that embossing folder makes, has like a, I can't think of the word. Oh, that's gonna bug me. You'll think of it. Put it in the comments below if you can tell me what that style is of that wallpaper. It's like from the 20s. I don't know. Yeah, sometimes my brain. I'm getting ready to go make dinner for company as I'm doing this voiceover, so I might be slightly distracted. All right, so I wanted you to know there are 2 dies in this set that can die cut out those hot foiled Paisley pieces. You can die cut out a solid piece, or you can do the one that has kind of a bumpy scalloped edge, and I thought they're so cute like that. So you can mix and match your hot foiled Paisleys with your die cut Paisleys and with your stamped Paisleys. Pretty cool. So here are the 2 cards finished. I just love the kits of the month from Spellbinders. They're always so much fun to play with, and this one's kind of fancy and cutesy is more my style, but once I got to playing with these, I was having so much fun, and I think they're really pretty and really fancy. So it's nice to have variety like that, don't you think? All right, well, thank you so much for stopping by and letting me share these kits with you. I've got it all linked below if you want more information on their kits of the month that come to you every month in the mail like a little surprise. I love it. So check those out, and I will see you all again very soon on the next video. Happy stamping! Bye!